The night does not rush you. It receives you. As you settle into stillness, feel the quiet weight of your body meeting the surface beneath you. There is nothing you must prove here. Nothing you must fix. The world has loosened its grip for a few hours, and in this space, you are allowed to simply exist. Breathe slowly, not to control the breath, but to notice it. In and out. Each breath is a reminder that life is happening without your effort. The Stoics understood this deeply. Nature does not strain. Rivers do not force themselves to flow. Stars do not hurry across the sky. And you, too, are part of this same order. Tonight, you return to it. Let your thoughts arrive if they wish. Do not chase them away. Observe them as a philosopher would, calmly, without judgment. A thought rises, then fades. Another appears, then dissolves. You are not the thoughts. You are the one who witnesses them. With every slow breath, your nervous system begins to remember something ancient: safety. Your shoulders soften. Your jaw releases. The muscles behind your eyes unclench. There is no danger here. Only rest. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, silent landscape just before dawn. The sky is deep and dark, not threatening, but protective, like a cloak. The air is cool and steady. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing pulls at you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that peace comes when we accept what is. Tonight, you practice this acceptance not with effort, but with surrender. Whatever today placed upon you, pressure, disappointment, noise, set it down here. Not forever. Just for now. You can return to it later, if it still matters. Most things will not. Feel your breath slow further, deeper into the body. Each exhale signals release. Each inhale invites calm. Your heart begins to match this rhythm, steady and untroubled. You are not behind in life. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are simply tired. And tired things deserve rest. As your body sinks heavier, your awareness grows lighter. The mind no longer needs to solve. It only needs to witness. Like a watchful guardian, it stands back, allowing the body to repair itself in silence. The Stoics believed that true power lies not in force, but in mastery of the inner world. And now, as sleep approaches, you practice the highest form of mastery: letting go. Let go of the need to control tomorrow. Let go of the urge to replay yesterday. Let go of the tension that pretends it is protecting you. Your nervous system begins to reset, not through struggle, but through trust. Imagine the mind as a still lake. Earlier, it may have been stirred by storms, worry, desire, fear. But now the winds have passed. The surface smooths. The reflections return. In this stillness, clarity exists without effort. If a thought returns, greet it gently. Then allow it to drift away like a leaf on water. You do not follow it. You remain. Your breath continues on its own now. Your body knows what to do. You do not need to help it. There is a deeper quiet underneath all things, a silence that has always been there, even during chaos. You are descending into that silence now, layer by layer, breath by breath. Time loosens its hold. Minutes no longer matter. Only this moment exists, stretching softly into the next. Your nervous system, once alert and guarded, begins to stand down. The signal is clear: you are safe. You are allowed to rest. Nothing is required of you. As sleep approaches, awareness does not disappear, it deepens. You are drifting, but not lost. Floating, but not falling. And in this space between waking and sleep, where effort dissolves and being remains, the mind opens to a truth the Stoics knew well. That peace was never something to be chased. It was something to be remembered. And as this realization settles quietly within you, your breath slows even more, your body sinks further, and the silence gently expands, carrying you deeper still, into a rest so complete that even the need to rest begins to fade, leaving only the steady presence beneath it all, waiting, as it always has, to continue. The silence does not feel empty now. It feels full, quietly alive. Your awareness drifts like a candle flame in a room with no wind. Steady. Unthreatened. Each breath moves through you like a gentle tide, washing away what the day left behind. There is no resistance in you anymore, only cooperation with rest. The Stoics believe that the body listens to the mind, and the mind listens to stillness. In this stillness, the messages change. The signal of urgency fades. The ancient alarm that once guarded you loosens its grip. Your nervous system settles into balance. Imagine the weight of gravity holding you, not pulling you down, but anchoring you safely. The earth does not demand anything in return. It supports you without question. You are allowed to lean into it completely. Thoughts slow further now, stretching out, growing softer around the edges. They no longer form sharp sentences. They become impressions, images, fragments that rise and fall without meaning or demand. You do not need to understand them. Understanding is a waking task. Here, the body repairs itself quietly. Muscles unwind. The heart finds a rhythm that feels familiar, ancient, trustworthy. Even the smallest tensions, those you did not know you were carrying, begin to dissolve. You may notice warmth spreading through the chest, the abdomen, the hands. This is the body remembering how to rest deeply. This is regulation returning on its own. There is no rush toward sleep. Sleep arrives when invited, not when chased. So you wait without waiting. You rest without trying to rest. A Stoic would call this alignment with nature. Nothing forced. Nothing resisted. If the mind tries to return to effort, gently release it again. There is nothing to manage. Nothing to guard. Tonight, vigilance is unnecessary. Picture a distant horizon under a night sky. No movement. No sound. Just space. Your thoughts dissolve into that space, becoming indistinguishable from it. The boundary between you and the quiet softens. Breath by breath, the sense of I loosens, not disappearing, but becoming lighter, less urgent. You are still here, but without the weight of identity, roles, or expectations. There is only awareness resting in itself. The nervous system sinks deeper now, passing beneath alertness, beneath concern, beneath memory. Old signals of stress fade into silence. New signals, slow, calm, steady, take their place. You do not instruct this process. You allow it. And allowance is powerful. Time stretches thin, then dissolves. The body no longer measures moments. The mind no longer tracks progress. There is only continuity, smooth and unbroken. If sleep comes, it comes gently. If wakefulness remains, it remains peacefully. Both are acceptable. Both are rest. You are held in a space where nothing can be demanded of you. Where effort has no value. Where being is enough. And as this state deepens, as the last traces of tension release themselves without permission or announcement, something subtle begins to shift beneath the surface. A quiet recalibration. A silent restoration. A return to balance so natural that it feels as though nothing is happening at all. And yet, beneath this stillness, everything continues to unfold, slowly, gently, carrying you further into the calm that does not need to prove itself, does not need to end, but simply remains, moving forward in silence, waiting to continue. Nothing pulls you now. The mind has grown spacious, like a sky after the last cloud dissolves. Thoughts no longer arrive with urgency, they appear briefly, then fade before forming shape. Awareness rests, open and untroubled. Your breath is shallow now, effortless, as if the body itself has taken over the task of living while you step back into quiet observation. Each inhale rises gently. Each exhale releases what remains of tension. The Stoics spoke of returning to oneself. This is that return, not dramatic, not sudden, but slow and undeniable. You are no longer scattered across worries or plans. You are here, whole, undivided. Feel the calm spreading through the spine, steady and grounding. The nervous system continues its reset, layer by layer, signaling safety, signaling rest, signaling that vigilance is no longer required. The heart beats with quiet confidence. The muscles rest without guarding. The mind floats without gripping. You are not drifting away, you are settling in. Imagine a long road at night, empty and silent. No footsteps. No voices. Just distance and stillness. Your awareness moves along this road without effort, carried by a rhythm older than thought. There is nothing to achieve on this road. No destination matters. Movement itself becomes rest. If memories surface, they arrive without emotion, like faded images. They no longer ask for reaction. They no longer define you. They simply pass through and dissolve into the quiet behind them. This is the mind learning trust again. The body responds by softening even further. The jaw loosens. The brow smooths. The chest opens slightly, allowing the breath to move freely, without interruption. You may feel heavier, or lighter. You may feel distant, or deeply present. All of it is correct. The Stoics knew that peace comes when resistance ends. And resistance has ended here, not by force, but by exhaustion, by wisdom, by understanding that nothing needs to be held. Your nervous system now rests in a slower rhythm. The signals of urgency have been replaced by silence. The old patterns unwind quietly, like knots loosening themselves when left alone. You are safe in this slowing. There is no edge to this moment. It does not end. It does not conclude. It simply continues, unfolding gently, breath after breath, without demand. Sleep may deepen. Awareness may fade. Or you may remain in this in-between state, balanced perfectly between waking and rest. There is no need to choose. The night holds you either way. And as the mind sinks further into this quiet awareness, as the body settles into its natural rhythm, the calm beneath all things remains, steady, patient, unchanging, carrying you onward, softly, endlessly, into the silence that does not stop, does not resolve, but simply continues, ready to move forward again, whenever you are. The stillness deepens, not by descending, but by widening. It spreads gently through every corner of awareness, leaving nothing untouched. Even the space behind thought grows quiet, as if the mind itself has exhaled. You no longer listen for guidance. You no longer wait for the next words. You simply rest inside them. Breath continues, faint and slow, like a distant tide moving under moonlight. The body trusts this rhythm completely now. There is no interruption, no hesitation, no need to adjust. The Stoics believe that nature restores what the mind exhausts. And here, without effort, restoration is happening. Nerves soften. Signals slow. The quiet intelligence of the body works in silence, repairing without instruction. You may feel as though you are floating, or sinking, or suspended somewhere in between. Sensation becomes abstract, less defined, less personal. Boundaries blur gently, like shadows at dusk. Awareness remains, but it is no longer sharp. It is round, diffuse, forgiving. If there is a sense of self, it is light now, no history attached, no future pulling at it. Just presence, unburdened and calm. The night continues without comment. Time moves, but you do not follow it. Minutes pass unnoticed, like pages turning in a book you no longer need to read. There is no need to remember anything from this space. Its value is not in memory, but in effect. The nervous system learns through experience, not explanation. And this experience is one of safety. Each breath reinforces it. Each moment confirms it. The mind, once trained to anticipate, now rests in acceptance. Nothing unexpected arrives. Nothing needs preparation. Even the idea of vigilance has softened into irrelevance. You are held in a quiet continuity that does not ask you to stay awake, and does not ask you to sleep. It simply allows. Somewhere deep within, the body recognizes this as home. The muscles surrender the last traces of readiness. The heart remains steady, unconcerned. The brain drifts into slower rhythms, spacious and unhurried. There is no turning point here. No transition to announce. Just a gentle continuation, smooth, uninterrupted, like a river moving through darkness without sound. And as this calm persists, as awareness thins and spreads, the silence beneath everything remains open, patient, endlessly present, ready to carry you further along, without direction, without conclusion, continuing quietly from this moment into the next, and the next, and the next. Nothing changes abruptly. Nothing needs to. The calm you are resting in is not fragile. It does not break when attention drifts or when consciousness softens. It remains underneath, steady and indifferent to movement. Your breath is barely noticeable now, like a whisper passing through you. The body has fully accepted the night's permission to restore itself. Muscles remain loose, joints unguarded, the nervous system settled into a rhythm that feels instinctively right. There is no longer a sense of waiting. Awareness drifts without direction, not searching, not avoiding. Thoughts, if they arise at all, are distant and unfinished, dissolving before they can become stories. This is the mind without urgency. The Stoics spoke of tranquility as a state where nothing disturbs the inner order. You are not trying to reach that state anymore. You are inside it, quietly, without effort. The boundary between inner and outer grows faint. Sounds, if they exist, do not pull you outward. Silence feels thick, almost tangible, wrapping gently around awareness. You may notice a subtle heaviness in the limbs, or perhaps the sensation of having no limbs at all. Both are signs of letting go. Both are welcome. The body no longer asks questions. The mind no longer answers them. Time becomes meaningless here. There is no sense of progress, no sense of delay. Only a smooth continuation, moment folding into moment without friction. If sleep deepens, it does so naturally, without announcement. If awareness remains, it remains peacefully, without strain. There is no wrong state. The nervous system continues its quiet recalibration, reinforcing safety with every passing breath. Old patterns of alertness fade further into the background, no longer needed, no longer active. You are not observing the calm now. You are the calm. And in this unbroken stillness, where effort has dissolved and intention has softened into being, the quiet carries on without interruption, without destination, without end, moving gently forward, holding you within it, continuing softly, endlessly, from here. There is nothing more to add. Nothing more to guide. The quiet you rest in is complete on its own. It does not need words, direction, or intention. It simply remains, steady, balanced, and sufficient. Your body continues its work in silence. Your breath continues its rhythm without thought. Your nervous system rests, fully reset, fully at ease. You are no longer listening. You are no longer following. You are simply resting. And in this rest, everything necessary is already happening. Stay here. Or drift deeper. Both are the same. The night holds you. The silence keeps you. And nothing else is required.